a level 3 to 5. That means that numerous severe storms are going to be possible. Of course, we have already seen that. And the main threat that we're going to have, of course, we have to watch out for the severe tornado. 2% risk for most areas. The wind risk, however, is up to about 30%. So we've already seen some major wind producers over the past several hours. Hopefully we're going to start to catch a break here pretty soon, but as it stands, we still have those severe thunderstorms that are beginning to kind of move that.
So that was Fox 32 in Chicago, talking about strong storms that are still going to be pushing through in the area, including the suburbs with tornado warnings that are still active right now. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and then we will visit more up north towards the Milwaukee area. They had strong storms and tornadoes as well earlier today, and we will check back in a little bit later on the Live Now from Fox with Fox 32 Chicago as well. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with more.
Con la Tacoma 2016 pueden hacer lo que quieran. Califica la buena Tacoma en San Pablo con 26 toquecitos para el mes, 36 meses. If Texas was a truck, we'd rent a truck. Show off, and we're good at it. We're humble because we've been better at that. Out here, close to homes and all the way out. We got the toughest powertrain working by shotgun. Nothing stops Texas. Nothing stops Ram. Get $2,000 bonus cash allowance, and Texas residents get $3,000 combined bonus cash allowance on 2026 Ram 2535 pickup trucks. See your one Texas Ram dealer.
Hey.
Wisconsin. Now we are getting more video right now, courtesy of Fox 6 Milwaukee. They are showing the latest of downtown trees in Fox Valley. Let's put some more down to the coverage.
This time, unless it is an emergency, they're saying traffic congestion, down trees, debris and block roadways are preventing emergency responders and utility crews from reaching affected areas. We have a talk to our reporter on campus who is here right now. That it took a lot for them to even get to this area where we're seeing the damage because of all the road closures from down trees and power lines and things of that sort. The Manhattan Police Department does go on to say the following locations are open as emergency cleaning shelters and can provide water and basic assistance. This includes Christ the Rock Church, Menasha Senior Center, and the Menasha Public Library. The statement goes on to say residents should stay away from down power lines, obey all barricades and road closures, and call 911 only for emergencies. And this Menasha is one of the areas that got the worst of it, but we saw severe storms across the board here in southeast Wisconsin. Just taking a look at the power outages that we're seeing right now. Milwaukee County up to 40,000. That number has jumped from early this morning. I mean, nearly tripled since we saw that. Kenosha 10,000. We're seeing 4,000. Walworth 900.
Hey.
Waukesha County 600. So we are seeing these outages across the board.
What's up?
Continue to survey the damage from this severe weather. I want
What's
to
really
read
happening? Hey guys, what's going on?
Focusing on
What's happening with you guys right now?
with these storms.
Hey.
We're getting very close, Maddie, but we technically still have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. This cluster of storms that should be out of here certainly by the next 20 minutes. We're on our way out, but you can still see 2 severe thunderstorm warnings there.
Okay, guys, here we go.
Eastern Walworth, and then western Racine and Kenosha County, and then eastern Kenosha County still under those as well. So timing-wise, eastern Kenosha County, that warning continues until 4 p.m. And then I'll clear this for you, and we can put the next one up. The one in Walworth and western Racine, Kenosha goes until 4:15. So again, we're getting there, but we're not quite done just yet. Here's a look at satellite and radar. So you can see that these are still some stronger thunderstorms pushing through both of those warned areas. Everything has weakened a bit, but still have the chance to see at least a little bit of hail as this moves through the remainder of Racine and Kenosha County, as well as some gustier winds. Now out towards the west, there's another little cluster moving into northwestern parts of Walworth County and then northwestern Waukesha County. Now both of those are non-severe. More so, it looks like diving towards the southeast for both of those. So Waukesha, again, you're likely going to get in on a couple more rain showers, maybe heavy rain at times as this continues to move through. That may also cut through southern Milwaukee County and then the remainder of Walworth County as that dives towards the south. That actually developed on an outflow from one of the previous thunderstorms that moved through. I do want to pan off towards the north, though. And I don't want to panic anybody, but we're not going to completely rule out additional development until a cold front completely clears our area, which likely will not be until late tonight. Now, there are some thunderstorms beginning to develop up north near Rhinelander, so we will monitor that area, see how these move towards the south. Now, we should be worked over a little bit, but with the fact that the sun is returning to southeast Wisconsin, again, I'm not going to completely rule out the possibility of seeing more storms or even a strong storm because, north of these thunderstorms here locally, the sun is out across Fond du Lac and Sheboygan counties. Even here at the station in Brown Deer, we're starting to see a little bit of sunshine. So I'll bring you back to our warnings map here. We still have a severe thunderstorm watch for the majority of southeast Wisconsin with the exception of Fond du Lac and Sheboygan. Now, Fond du Lac and Sheboygan, that watch was trimmed back after this batch of storms moved through. So the fact that they have not trimmed back Dodge, Washington, Ozaukee counties, despite the fact that the sun is now returning, might be a sign that this, is going to stick around until 7 p.m. because of the chance for additional storms. There's still just quite a bit of uncertainty. Even the couple of rounds of storms we've had today, very difficult to predict timing as well as location of where those pop. It's just this setup that we've had both yesterday as well as today. We've, had it early last week as well, where, we watch where it develops and then we essentially track it from there. So hard to tell if we're going to have more. However, I am going to keep the chance in through later this evening, maybe even through midnight tonight for a scattered or isolated thunderstorm. So I don't think it's going to be as widespread as what we've had over, the round 1, round 2, if you will. But it's we'll watch northern Wisconsin certainly with the fact that there are more showers, more storms developing up towards the north. What a day it has been. I know we've covered a lot of it. We've had, unfortunately, a lot of tornado damage up in the Fox Valley. We've had a lot of hail reports down here in southeast Wisconsin, as well as a handful of wind reports. And I think we're going to see more storm reports in the coming hours now that the sun is coming out. After this cold front finally clears our area later tonight, we are looking at a much stronger forecast pretty much the rest of the week. So I would say keep your phone up for the remainder of this afternoon, though I'm not thinking it's going to insinuate be as bad as what we've had a couple of times already today. But for now, once again, just keep in mind that we could see a stray shower or storm throughout the remainder of the evening, and then drier conditions in the way of drier, or more comfortable conditions, I should say, lower dew points, lower air temperatures. Friday and Saturday will then bring in a chance of shower storms, which at this point do not look as strong. The benefit today, if there is any, that we did receive really beneficial rainfall. Unfortunately, it was a lot. In some communities, there was a little bit of localized flooding. I haven't heard too much in the way of reports of that since earlier today. Still watch out for that on your evening commute, but otherwise, I do think our lawns are somewhat happy with the fact that we finally had some rain here locally. But do be cautious if you're out and about. Maybe clearing up any of the wind damage. Thank you to everybody who has sent us pictures of the hail, very large hail across Southeast Wisconsin. Oh yeah, exactly.
What's that, tornado?
Really
Hell, it's hell.
We have had 2 rounds of severe weather. It's been a while.
Big hell.
Separate rounds of severe weather.
Dangerous product.
Day.
God.
That you're out and about, especially on your evening commute, and then know that much calmer weather is ahead starting on Tuesday. Looking forward to Tuesday. We have good weather still as we head into tonight. Taking a look at some of the damage that we're seeing, Steph, in Menasha right here. I mean, this image from Durante Matthews who's out there right now is just incredible. For people who might just be tuning in, can we report anything on what the storm was? Do we have anything confirmed from the National Weather Service as to what might have happened?
You like it?
Yeah.
The chief?
Oh, yeah.
I do know that the National Weather Service in Green Bay, we're planning on going out immediately to start surveying. It's probably going to take some time for us to get
It's not in Texas, huh?
No, it's in
from
Wisconsin.
their National Weather Service chat.
Very bad, big tornado they had.
They are comfortable confirming that it was a
Where's that
tornado
Wisconsin?
based on spotters, based
Away
on
from
the
here?
debris signature, on radar. They just don't know the rating yet. So yes, I think preliminary.
Milwaukee? What?
They are
No,
absolutely
Appleton,
Appleton, northwest of Appleton, but the survey is
It's
ongoing.
crazy here in
And
summer.
again, that damage is just so devastating and so unfortunate. So we will wait and hear. It will probably not come to us until tomorrow because it's going to take the National Weather Service in Green Bay quite a
Want
bit
to
of
kill
time
anybody.
to survey all that damage. Wow, very interesting.
No, I don't think it's tornado.
When they ended you deciding how strong that was, because just seeing the damage here, it's absolutely heartbreaking. But that's why we appreciate so much what you guys do. I know it's been such a long day for you guys, but we are so grateful for that. And I know everybody watching right now as well. Steph, thanks so much for joining us on the live news. Let's get ready for Fox 6 News after. But thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Sons of Live Desk. Our coverage continues on Fox Local. Fox 6 News after really no we will have continued reports again, as Stephanie said. We should stay weather alert tonight again, not to scare anybody, but there is the potential to see some of those storms tonight as well. Not as bad as what we were seeing earlier, but again, we'll leave you with this live look right now in Menasha right now.
For those coverage, Fox 6 in Milwaukee, as they were talking about this tornado damage out in Appleton, Wisconsin. We'll keep an eye on their coverage. They're going to take a short break before they get into the 4 p.m. newscast. In the meantime, let's go back out to Fox 32 Chicago. They are still in a tornado warning for Kendall and Will counties.
It's not really spicy this cold.
That's not too bad.
I'll listen in right now.
Storms, temperatures are cooler. And we've had the heat headlines in effect today for potential heat values in the triple digits, and we've seen that over for the I-39 corridor. But where we picked up all the rain, it's only in the 70s. Regardless, it is still very, very muggy outside. Good news for those of you that just can't take it. It is going to get a little bit better here tonight, and winds are going to turn to the north-northeast. But with that, we're likely going to have dangerous boating, swimming conditions developing tonight into tomorrow as those winds turn to the northeast. Final recap here of the tornado warning before it expires. That again is set to expire in about 2 minutes. The worst of the storm for those of you in Kendall County, it's already past you. So yes, technically you still have that tornado warning that stands for 2 minutes. But trust me when I say that the storm is now past you. It's to the east. It's to the south. Shanahan area. We are still seeing some signals.
Yeah, I'll get some in a minute.
But no tornado warning has been extended. For those of you, it will until that severe thunderstorm warning lasting until 4:30, and this is now 70 miles per hour winds in addition to 2-inch hailstones being possible. And unfortunately, this is really coinciding with the afternoon intense rainfall. And in addition to high winds